Liz serves as shared superintendent of the Richland and Crawford County Boards of DD and has led those boards since 2006 and 2014, respectively. A well-known voice in Ohio's DD system, she began her career in adult services departments of Richland DD and Knox DD. Over the years, Liz has been a vocal champion of people with developmental disabilities and has taken an active role in many statewide advocacy efforts. This morning, Liz will answer the question, how do we connect, by exploring the relationships between individuals and between individuals and larger groups within our organizations. Please welcome Liz Prather.
So I just wanted to set the stage, and it's not really power, it's chit-chat. And I started looking at connections and all the words that are around that. And we have group, we have bonding, we have ties, we have a network. And, you know, the visual image that came is how do we connect? And you see these circuits, and, you know, you have to go in a certain certain way. And they're linear. And if you get it wrong, you're going to lose a connection. And here's our organizational chart. We all have these, and whether you're at the top or you've flipped it around like we've done in one of my counties and you put the individuals at the top, it's very linear. And, you know, I'm a little bit more organic than that, and I just don't think things work. So I immediately thought of my favorite management book, which is Orbiting the Giant Hairball by Gordon McKenzie. If you haven't read it, I suggest doing so, and it won't take very long. Won't take much time from The Walking Dead. But, you know, it talks about the bureaucracy that we have in a hairball and all the processes that we have and how, you know, all these good ideas get all enmeshed. But I think the same thing about relationships and how we connect, and that we're connecting in a hairball. And all the different people that we have connections with, and they intertwine, and it's messy. It's not linear. It's you know, fun sometimes, but it's pretty messy to try to figure out how are you connected. So when we talk about our organizations, and if you put me at the top there, I'm the superintendent, and how do I connect with the individuals that we all support? And it shows that I'm going through directors and, and staff, but how I'm really connecting is that Adam tells me a joke, and I laugh, of course. And then other people join in, and they may know us, and they may know Adam, and they may know me, but they may not know us. They just see fun going on, and I'm laughing, and they want to be part of that as well. And as I'm thinking about that, you know, I think about Susan, because I used to work, you know, over 30 years ago with Susan, and I tried to help her to socially interact with people in an appropriate way by learning a knock-knock joke. And then I start thinking about all these other people that I've been connected with throughout my career, and whether it's within the organization or without the organization, and how we're all connected. And it just kind of morphed into, wait for it, a giant hairball. And all those people that are in there and trying to figure out, you know, how do we connect with each other? Because I can't tell a joke to everybody to connect with you. First of all, I don't tell jokes well. And some of you may not like jokes. And so if I'm trying to connect with each one of you, I have to figure out how that's going to work for you. And so there needs to be some flexibility. It needs to be malleable. You need to be stretchy. You're in that hairball, and you don't want to break the hairs that are in there. You try to intertwine. How do you untangle those? And right now, we're in the midst of untangling some of those hairballs and those connections and figuring out how are we going to stay connected when we're untangled. You know, how do we spring out of that and go into something else? And sometimes that sparks creativity to get out of that hairball, to be flexible. But sometimes it's really hard. And tomorrow, December 1st, the nonprofit in Richland County is going to be springing out of the hairball, and they're going to be independent. And it's really hard to do that. How am I going to let go? How am I going to continue those connections and figure out how to do it? And I don't know. but I have to let go anyway, and then we'll figure out how to stay connected in the future.